We went on a 10-day adventure in Uganda. We tracked chimps in Kabale, got chased by an elephant, surrounded by lions in Queen Elizabeth Park, and now for the finale, we're going to track mountain gorillas in Bwindi impenetrable forest. We left the grassy plains and headed up to the mountains. This thick rainforest is home to half the world's population of endangered mountain gorillas. The other half live in the bordering countries Rwanda and Democratic Republic of the Congo. We were at an elevation of about 6,000 feet. We arrived at Mahogany Springs Lodge for a 3-night stay. We got a refreshing welcome drink and had a good meal. Then the staff carried our bags and showed us to our large bungalow. It was huge. Large beds with mosquito netting, a lovely sitting area, spacious bathroom, and they even do your laundry at no extra charge. Had a beautiful porch. It's a lovely place to stay. When we went to dinner, we saw many more travelers that were also there to see the gorillas. I spoke to a woman that just got back from a trek and looked completely drained of all her energy. She said the first trek was pretty easy, but on the second day, they had to hike for hours and hours through really thick brush, and they did a lot of climbing. We're gonna have a tasty dinner, get a good night's sleep, and hope for the best. So the next morning, we met our guides at the Visitors Center. Local groups do a customary dance to welcome us and wish us success.
Mountain gorillas live only in 2 separate habitats.
We were assigned to the Mubari gorilla family, which has 9 members. The silverback Mariah is one of the largest gorillas in the park. Up to 8 tourists can visit each day, plus guides and porters. You can hire a local porter for $20 US to carry your backpack and give you a hand in tough spots. The rangers monitor and stay with each gorilla family until they settle in their nesting spot for the night. And then the rangers get up at sunrise, go back to that spot, and look for fresh tracks to find them again.
Come.
In the jungle, it can be hard to see the gorillas behind branches and vegetation. The rangers help position you to get to a better viewing spot. They also clear away plants with a machete so you can get a better view.
He's one of the biggest silverbacks that we have.
Right.
Yeah, it's because he's seated, but when he walks, you will see him.
The rangers make grunting noises, like clearing your throat, that are very calming to the gorillas.
Don't run.
It was incredible to get so close to this gorilla family, and we got really lucky because it wasn't a long trek to find them. After your trek, they have a little ceremonial gathering, and you get souvenir certificates to take home with you. Now we're going to visit a local village and see what life is like for the people in Buhoma.
This is how complete she comes back from the field.
Interesting to see how they build their homes, primitive tools, and the physical labor involved. They showed us how they roast coffee beans and let us try grinding the grain down to make bread. Nicoletta was a rock star and impressed everyone with her skills. We sampled their coffee and bread. Next, we went to the Batwa Pygmy village. These people got displaced from Bwindi forest with promises from the government that they'd have healthcare, homes, and be trained to farm and thrive on their own. That never happened. We met the leaders of their tribe. They were very sweet. These pygmies were unsupported and discriminated against, and they face extreme poverty. They welcomed us in their village and showed us their traditional music and dancing. Tourism helps to support this community, and this is a great place to donate clothes and school items for kids. Then we visited Ride for a Woman, an organization that supports women struggling with poverty, HIV, and domestic violence. They started out by renting bikes, and now they have a community center where they develop skills, learn to sew, weave, and dance. They have a nice gift shop, and they're helping a lot of people. On our second day of tracking gorillas, we were assigned to the Rushagora family. This group has 16 members with young baby gorillas. This area had much steeper hills and was more difficult than our first trek.
Where trackers left them yesterday, it's where they started from today. Though it's not exactly where they're going to find them, but at least they can follow the trail. So they're telling me they're in the fresh trail.
We go with 3 armed guides who stay in touch with the rangers that steer us in the right direction to meet up with the mountain gorillas. It can take an hour or it can take many hours to find them. Definitely helpful to have the porters. They suggest hiking every other day and doing some hill climbing to get in shape for this. Once you spot the gorilla family, you're allowed to observe them for 1 hour. You have to wear masks when you get close to protect the gorillas from our human diseases, and if you have a cold, you're not even allowed to go. Gorilla tracking permits cost $700 per person per day in Uganda. This limits tourist access and contributes to the conservation efforts, employing the locals and protecting the mountain gorillas and their habitat. The silverback always keeps an eye on his family, especially the young ones. We were instructed not to make sudden moves, get too close, or run. This group was very playful and active. They were sweet and beautiful to observe. We had an amazing visit. This was really a different world. Please subscribe for more travel tours, tips, and reviews. Cheers!